10,000 hours is a steep mountain to climb to become a master, especially when the task at hand puts a relentless demand on your body. There is nothing casual about this sport. It's all in, all effort, all focus. It takes a lot from you, but the reward is unmatched. Mastery of oneself, an acute understanding of your weaknesses with an explosive sense of your strengths. Being able to complete the climb to mastery requires the proper nutrition. This is why it's important to take in a potent blend of electrolytes that is in tune with your output and brings strength to your goals. This potent blend is only found in salt electrolytes. Salt targets your depleted electrolyte levels with a boost of hydration and health. It gives your body the baseline recovery it needs.
What is up, ladies and gents? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcast installment of the Bullpen, a joint venture of Inside BJJ and the Grappling Hour. I have to tell you, the mood, the atmosphere here is eclectic. People are excited about today's PGF season. It kicks off today at the draft. We thank you for tuning in. We hope a long week of festivities, but let's not waste any time. Let's get to some co-hosts here. Let's go first. Very good friend, Tim Freeman. Tim, how are you doing, sir?
I'm fantastic, man. The chandeliers have been lowered. The mats have been rolled out. The white couches have been set. It's PGF Season 7. Let's go, Raf. I'm excited.
And also joining us today is Kevin Sherrill. Kevin, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm really looking forward to a week of the PGF where I don't have to risk a dang thing. I can just talk shit and have a fun time with
Vegas. A lot of fun stuff happening because your PGF champ is addressing you right now. So I would like to say thank you so much for all of your love and support here, people. It does mean a lot. But let's get straight to the actual broadcast in itself. Let's go straight to the board. All right, gents, we have a lot to get
to the parking lot, and they get to them at the end. And question mark if there's going to be trades. I think that discussion was on the table. I'm actually not positive about that. That might be up to the minute breaking news, Rav.
Handsome Kevin Sherrill. We'll fix that here in a second, but I was going to go to him. Instead, I'll just tell you this. So, yes, we are doing things a little bit differently this year. Instead of doing an organized draft order where people are picked according to their seeds, we're actually going to be going a little bit out of order, which is going to provide some major strategy moments for the coaches. And I'm intrigued to see how it's going to play out for a number of the different teams here. So I would love to see how people are going to be picking when the number one potential seed may actually be the 20th person on the block. So just as a heads up on that one. And, Kevin, you've actually been on the block. What did it feel like to be somebody who was essentially being auctioned off, sir?
It's extremely strange and surreal to look someone like Hadra Gracie or Jean-Jacques in the face and be like, if you could put like a number value on me, what would that be? It's a little bit odd.
Thank you for that. Let's go to our next topic on the board. Our next topic is surprise. Now, what I love about surprises is that there are things that you can't see coming. For example, surprise. Oh my goodness.
Surprise.
Is this a surprise for me?
Oh, wow.
The PGF champion of fantasy?
This guy.
I told you. Hey, B-Mac always delivers. Always come through.
He does. Oh my good. I think I'm just going to keep this right here. I don't want to do any more show. Kevin, have you won one of these?
I have a handsome belt at my house.
A handsome belt. Okay, that's.
I've also won the PGF once with Team Toehold.
Oh, you won as a group, you know what I mean?
As a
like
team.
I won it individually. Should I just? You know what? Hold on. It's just. way difficult to do. I'll just do the rest of the show like this.
Raph won it individually with no help from anyone else.
Zero help from any other human being.
Congratulations, Raph.
Thank you so much.
It pains me to see that belt. I have belt envy very bad right now, but I have to congratulate you. You did win, and it takes a big man to admit that.
Well, thank you for that. I'm glad we could do this like adults. Speaking of which,
Is that the one that goes to my house after this week?
so you
Or
think
do
that
I get
you're
a
going
new
to win.
belt?
See, I don't know how this works. Nobody mentioned any belts. Last year, I just upped my ante when they said there was a belt. This year, nobody said there's a belt. We'll see what happens. But this belongs to me forever and ever. Anyways, this is so much fun. I don't forget what the show's supposed to be. Who will be this year's surprise? Okay, I guess that's a question. All right, I'll open up to you. Kevin, who's going to be this year's surprise in the draft?
We're close enough that I can say it. Nobody seems to know who Ernesto Rivera is, and they are going to find out this year. It's going to be very interesting. I think Ernesto's a top 10 pick.
That's happened in every draft that I participated in this last couple weeks leading into it. There's always big names, but because that order is not the same in a rank, it allows the coaches to kind of play with it, and you might see some guys go for a low dollar amount. Almost out already. Two is there's been a lot of good buzz about Travis Thomas. I've heard a lot of good things said about him to the point that he's like, hey, man, it's kind of making me a little bit nervous now. And then the last thing I heard, don't know if this is true, one of actually bonus on top of the team prize.
Can we confirm?
But the amount that's being thrown around is $5,000, which,
Wow.
hey, man, that's enough. I'll take it.
It's almost a bounty in itself.
Yeah.
But it's like the coach is basically saying, here's a performance bonus. So I'm excited to hear that. Kevin, have you heard any other breaking news out on the streets?
Yeah, I think that the breaking news has to be one of the alternates pulling up the mink coat. That man's going to go for a lot of money just off the style. He's rocking it. No shirt, mink coat, jeans. He's got some energy. I think that's breaking news.
So I'm so sorry. There was no shirt but a mink coat. Who is this?
Absolutely. I did not catch his name. He's mysterious.
Okay, we will come back to that a little bit later because
I did see that dude weighing in with the coat on.
Yeah, with the coat on.
Yes.
You know what he told us when we were standing around talking? He was like, oh, yeah, they called me like 2 days ago. I figured I didn't realize you were supposed to wear stuff, and I just had this in my car. Like, this is just what you had in your car. Like, you throw your hoodie in the back seat, man threw a mink coat.
This is a blazer,
in
right?
case anybody needs to be Huggy Bear 20
Dude,
minutes
he's
later.
living a different lifestyle than me. I want to walk a day in his shoes. I don't think I can, though. I don't think I got
That's
it like
fair.
that.
It comes with a heavy responsibility.
Yeah.
Let's go to our next one here. Our next topic is as follows. What, gentlemen, should the coaches be looking for? And Tim, I'm going to start with you. What is it that the coaches need to be looking for as they do this draft here today?
Well, I think every coach needs to draft a team that has a killer, needs to draft a player that is an escape artist that could force the other team to put zeros up, and you need a captain. You need somebody who can motivate your guys. You can't pick the match order. That's randomized once the teams are set. So you don't know who your guys are going to go up against when you draft them. So you have to draft for particular attributes that you're looking for in a team that will strengthen your team.
Beautiful. Thank you for that, Tim. I appreciate that. Kevin, what else should coaches be looking for? Again, as somebody who's been in this process before, what was it that you saw they were looking for, and what do you think they should be looking for?
Coaches need to look for breakers. They need to look for guys who are going to win the shootout. The story of the PGF is almost all finishes by leg locks. You do see a variety of other finishes. They're not off the table, but you need people who are going to win the shootout and force the other leg lockers to play a game that they're not comfortable with or risk damage. Last year, Jed Thompson, everybody was scared of that matchup. We had David Evers back in Season 3. There's always somebody that people are scared of. And if you can get enough guys on your team that can win the shootout and force other people to play, Abraham Lamontagne, he is absolutely by rights should be in the regular roster. That's not how it plays out every year. We're not worried about that. He's a steal in the alternates. He is dominant. Again, we talked about breakers. He cut from, I think, 240 to get here. He's a new wave prospect. He's very, very good, very dangerous. I think he's going to put up a lot of numbers if he sees mat time.
Thank you for that. Tim, do you have any gems that we need to keep an eye out on?
I think Checo, there's a few grapplers on the list that are really talented grapplers that could be easily on the team. I think he's one of them. Sam Schwarzkopfel's got quite a bit of experience lately. He's been getting out there a lot. He's experienced in this format. You're probably going to see him out there at some point. We know injuries are going to happen. We know alternates are going to step up. It's just a matter of which ones are going to really show out.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much for that, Tim. Let's go to our next topic, which is this. So Tim previewed this a little bit earlier, but it's the idea of walks. What exactly is a walk? I'll start with you, Tim, and why is that important in an auction draft?
So a walk is when an athlete comes up for bid and all 4 coaches take a pass on him at that time, meaning they're not ready to spend on this particular person at this particular moment. That will drop that player off the list down to the bottom, and then they'll circle back to that player at the end. I think it's going to majorly impact how this shakes up because the order of the draft changes as you start walking, guys. And you better have money when you get to the end if you want to get one of those guys, or you're going to get defaulted.
Thank you for that. I'm going to go to you now, Kevin. Same question.
A walk, you're going to look at positions. Kimoy Anderson is going to get walked because he comes up right before Travis and Elijah. You got to look at Fedor is going to get walked. Sweeper.
Thank you for that, Tim. What other things did you notice this year is different or that the layout includes here for people at home?
Well, one of the new things is we have Mr. Egghead set up with his own table running analysis for the fantasy sports, giving stats. This guy is a machine. He's basically my chat GPT. He's Egghead GPT. I just send him queries and he sends me back information. You're going to get a lot out of that guy, so look for him this season. Beyond that, it feels much like last year or last season. The anticipation's high. People are dressed to the nines. There are less animals, figuratively, but there are some animals here. So
yeah, there are quite a few dogs in the room.
There are definitely a few dogs. Woof. But let's get into some of the comments that we saw in the comment section that our team here put together, and let's go to our first comment. The first comment that we saw come up on the street here, but when the couches hit, it is very, very, very nice. It's very classy. And I will tell you this. Listen, we've already started with our first pit comment. I just want to let you guys know it's a different beast. Maybe there will be a pit in the future, but we need to find a way to make it more accessible, especially in a smaller audience. Let's go to our next comment. It says, Mr. Strong, bro, do you mind reading this one, Kevin?
Yeah. I'll be in bed at 9. I guess I'll catch the replay. Backpack, he's wearing it.
I got 100K on you too, Raph.
Thank you. Thank you. Look at it. Oh, my goodness.
And I got 50 on the belt.
Oh, man, you can try. But I will tell you this. Asim, thank you so much. He said I was best dressed. Listen, bro. I mean, I think the belt does a lot of heavy lifting. Let's go to our next comment. We got 2 more left. And I'll take this one. And